for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
The Mets and the Dodgers are making fast moves, and our window of opportunity is slamming shut. We're about to jump into the battle for an elite outfielder, but there's a huge roster fit issue among our MVP caliber guys. Our internal sources confirm the evil empire is ready to lay down a 10-year offer. You can't afford to miss this deep dive analysis. To understand the immediate impact on the squad, like and subscribe to the channel. This is Yankees Fan Central, and I'm your host, ready to dive deep into the strategic moves that could define the next decade for the Bronx Bombers. The energy here in the studio is buzzing because the news we've got today is exclusive and, as always, meticulously and objectively analyzed in the detailed style you've come to expect. My friends, the chase for an elite free agent is never a breeze, especially when the name on the line is Kyle Tucker, the stellar outfielder who is about to ink an earth-shattering contract, one that my internal sources confirm will easily sail past the $300 million mark. None other than my colleague Jeff Passan from ESPN dropped some serious insights this Tuesday, and I've been triple-checking with my sources inside the Yankees staff and with the other contenders. The scenario is complex, but the potential is through the roof. The honest truth is the Dodgers, the Mets, and of course us, the New York Yankees, are locked in this battle. But everyone has their Achilles heel. In LA's corner, the situation is straightforward. They're chasing short-term, high-value contracts for a player of Tucker's caliber, who turns 29 years old in January and is squarely in his prime. Sacrificing contract length for more annual money is a rare move. My analytical take is that the Dodgers' preference makes them a less likely landing spot, as elite free agents like Tucker primarily seek the security and stability of a 10-year commitment or more. The logic is crystal clear. Longevity guarantees a financial legacy. Now let's swing the focus back to the Big Apple. The Mets and the Yankees are holding firm in the pursuit, and this is due to one crucial factor: Kyle Tucker's desire to win. Winning is his guiding principle, and where else can you do it on the biggest stage than with the evil empire or out in Queens? However, here lies our main dilemma, the plight of the pinstripers, the heavy saturation of talent in our outfield. We already have Aaron Judge, and after the trade that secured Juan Soto, we've solidified one of the most powerful outfields, if not the most powerful, in recent MLB history. Both are legitimate MVP calibers players. The tactical issue is direct, and the Yankees scouts are scratching their heads. Where do you put Tucker? The tactical adjustment would be forced. Signing Tucker would mean having to relocate an elite talent, or, at worst, having an extremely expensive surplus. Here's the objective analysis. A contract worth over $300 million demands the player be an irreplaceable central piece. Using him as a luxury option or slotting him into a designated hitter DH rotation is not the optimal use of capital. This is my core concern. The move by the Cubs, who acquired Tucker in a trade with the Houston Astros last offseason, giving up Cam Smith and Isaac Paredes in the process, has proven to be a pretty pricey one-year rental, as they are likely out of the running now. This serves as a cautionary tale about the danger of short-term gambles that fail to yield lasting fruit. For the Yanks, any acquisition must be surgical, planned for the next decade. We need sustainability, not just fireworks. Yanks Nation deserves a team built to dominate the American League. The depth of this negotiation, Bronx Bombers fans, is massive. The current trend is that Tucker's contract, as I've already laid out, will stretch for 10 years or more, and these negotiations are going to be a marathon. This gives us a window to break down every variable. The sources I've tapped into indicate that the Yankees brass is meticulously weighing the cost-benefit analysis and the ripple effect a superstar like Tucker would have on team morale and absolutely on our fan base, the bleacher creatures. Our performance last season was a roller coaster of peaks and valleys, and the need for a productive bat is undeniable, even with the talent we already boast. Tucker is a true hit machine, a complete hitter who can single-handedly turn the tide of a playoff series. Nevertheless, we keep circling back to the crux of the matter, right field. Aaron Judge is the captain, the franchise cornerstone, and his position is non-negotiable. Juan Soto was brought in to be an offensive pillar. If Tucker comes aboard, he'll have to slot into one of the remaining outfield spots or become our primary DH. The San Francisco Giants and the Baltimore Orioles are emerging as serious alternatives, and we cannot afford to sleep on them. The Giants have the deep pockets and the desperate need for a superstar to re-energize their franchise. The Orioles are young, dripping with talent, and with Tucker, they would instantly become the overwhelming favorite in our own division, the AL East. The thought of Tucker landing in Baltimore is a nightmare scenario that should spur us to act with both speed and strategic precision. We must safeguard our dominance. My tactical assessment leads me to believe that if the Yanks make a move, it will be executed with a well-defined blueprint to optimize Tucker's firepower without destabilizing the hierarchy and morale of the roster. We can't risk team cohesion for an acquisition that might generate internal friction. Brian Cashman's management is known for bold moves, but they're always backed by hard data and long-term projections. The argument that Tucker would give us unprecedented offensive depth is compelling. Just picture the top of our lineup. The intimidation factor would be off the charts. The whole short-term money versus longevity debate is what keeps the Yankees in the mix. Despite having Judge and Soto, since Tucker prioritizes winning and the Yankees are synonymous with winning and championships, 27 to be precise, our rich history and relentless ambition are our trump cards. Yanks Nation demands a team that battles for the title every single year, and Tucker would be the icing on the cake. But the strategy has to be flawless. I see the potential, but I demand the plan. The headline takeaway is that dilemma is real and the competition is absolutely brutal. Our ability to offer a starring role and, above all, the guaranteed shot at a World Series ring is what keeps us in the game. The pursuit of Kyle Tucker exposes the tricky roster equation for the Yankees, maximizing talent without creating offensive redundancy. The presence of Aaron Judge and Juan Soto in the outfield forces the front office to consider a complex tactical adjustment, likely at the DH spot. The central question is this: is it worth dropping over $300 million on an outfielder when we already have two potential MVPs at those positions, or would that capital be better allocated to bolstering the pitching staff? Yanks Nation, I gotta hear from you. Does the risk of unsettling the outfield to add another elite bat outweigh the chance of having the most feared offense in history? Drop your comments below, smash that like button, and subscribe to Yankees Fan Central for all the rapid-fire updates and deep dive analysis on the Bronx Bombers. Let's go chase that next title together.